Welcome everyone. This is DJ Longhair here in the house once again with MTG Roundtable. We have a few people that might be popping here in a minute, I hope. I'm not sure where Josh is, but we have MTG Gaming Bob. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell them what you're about.
Hey everybody, MTG Gaming Bob here. I am a YouTube content creator, fairly new on the scene. I make a variety of YouTube videos covering everything from informational and opinion pieces to live play, box openings, mainly focused on Magic the Gathering. Been in the community for, 27 years or so.
Boy.
Recent returnee, in and out over the years, but I know a couple things about Magic. Not saying I'm a par excellence expert.
All right, and we got life totals. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing all right.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you were able to make it. You were sick earlier. Life Totals is soaking all the secrets from us content creators. He's going to be coming out with the channel here soon, I hope. As soon as you get your rig, right?
Yeah, as soon as I get my rig, which is going slower than expected because of all the scalping of computer parts.
I hear that. I wish I was in the same boat, but yeah. Well, the spam has been sent. I don't know where everyone is at, so hopefully we'll get some more people. Get some live bodies in here. That would be dope. Alrighty. So we did play around with a little project, but I think today, we should probably focus a little bit on Strixhaven. Now, as usual, a new box comes out, new set comes out. Everyone's excited. Everyone's got FOMO. They're prepaying gazillion dollars for singles that we all know should be around the $5 to $10 mark. For 60, 70 bucks, and I feel bad for them. Granted, they get all the stuff they want and need immediately, but then, pre-release, you get a 20% drop, and then release day, at least 50, and the Monday following, boom, 75 to 80% off that crazy FOMO price from before. This is every set, guys. It's nothing new. But we'll talk about it today, because, it's alarming. It sucks. If you guys are new to Magic, and you're like, sweet, I got this awesome dragon. Oh, wow, it's $40. And you look today, oh, it's barely $15. It's kind of a feel bads, but, it's a standard thing. Every set it happens. Right, life totals?
Yes, I've been playing since Ice Age, and that is a constant occurrence every set. You guys are going to see those huge drops. Don't think that it's permanent. That's just because there's so many people selling to the market right now that they have inventory of it. Once everybody gets all the cards they want for Standard and Commander and Modern, those prices will be more exclusive, and then you guys will see the actual price of what those cards are going to cost.
Actually, I don't think it was quite as bad back in the olden days, back when like Ice Age and all that came out, because you had to look at Scry. It took like a month for Scry to come out. I think the internet certainly has changed the way pricing works on Magic cards.
I certainly agree with that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, because it's the same with net decking. There was no such thing back in the day. I wasn't playing Magic back then, but off and on, just my cousins or friends always tell me to play the dang game. I'm like, okay, I will learn. And I played. And, whatever. Long story short, there's no instant access back then. So things probably held their price a little bit longer, right? Hey, Alex, how you doing, bud? Sorry about that. And you know what? I was screwing up. You know why? That's why.
He didn't even have the purple drink. Yeah, he didn't even have the purple drink open, guys.
No, I mean, now I do. Here's proof. It's in the pudding. There it is. I have to do it every show. That's why I don't do back-to-back shows. I'd be like dead. But purple drink is in the hizzy. Yes. Okay. And now I'm gonna hide myself because I'm scared. Okay, cool. It happens every set. Back in the day, not so much. But yeah, I mean, just like when they put out a new card, they already know it's only 30 minutes after they post, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it certainly should change the behavior of most people that want to stay in Magic for a long time. You begin to learn to cope with the price spikes and start to recognize cards that will maintain value. People call it speculating, but you can really see cards that are fairly strong that should age better. We use that term a lot. You hear it from a lot of content creators. Oh, this set's going to age well. That card's going to age well. And I think a lot of like newer people don't quite understand that yet. And they just look at the value of cards and let that value that they're seeing at different periods determine the value for that card for them, rather than looking at the card and saying, this card should have value because of what it does.
Don't mind me,
That
I'm
is
checking.
that is a thing regarding Magic, and people forget that it's more about intrinsic value later and holding more than it is just what the price says right now. Because whether or not it's good is relevant to what the meta is, depending on what station you're playing: Commander, Modern, Standard, Pioneer.
Yeah.
And those are going to influence what that card's price is.
Exactly.
And what it's going to be in the future.
We also have people that are prepping to get back to the tournament scene. Modern took a huge dip during the whole ordeal with the Rona. So now people are getting back into Modern, getting prepped, getting their set decks together. Of course, Modern Horizons 2 is going to mess that all up, but that's a different story. So you have people getting back into the scene. Me personally, me and Life Totals are working on a deck that's practically, I want to say, 90% contained within this set. I mean, pretty much, right?
Yeah, it's pretty rotation proof.
Yeah.
But that's always the good part to start out with when you're doing a set, is to make those decks that are rotation proof. Getting in when rotation is just about to start is better jumping off point than, because worst case scenario, you're going to upgrade it, right? You're not going to take a huge hit and loss, because you're probably going to spend, for a good deck, you're going to spend anywhere from like $90 to $300 to $400. It depends. But if you get a jump on it and you find a deck that's currently rotation proof that can actually perform, which I think that's what Witherbloom is going to do.
Yeah, it has a lot of strong points and basic mechanics. It's not too complicated. You don't need a college degree to be able to run the dang deck. So that's a plus. The land base is horrible, but that's just standard right now.
Yeah, standard is just horrible land base all around.
Yeah. So you're going to lose the Scrylands, which I know I'm not overly disappointed, but it does take a duel off the table. We have the tappable. Oh, there we go. Harry's joining us. Sweet. So you have the snow dual land, which comes in tapped. There's nothing to do about it, but it is fetchable, so that's cool. You have the different schools that have their lands. So right now, if you're Gruul or any of the other, well, we have enemy lands right now, right? Is that, I always forget.
Yeah, Snarls. Snarls are enemy lands.
Right. So we don't have the ally lands yet. So if you're playing those type decks, you're kind of screwed as far as the dual lands go. But as far as the new schools go, you do have some new dual lands and stuff like that. So it is, it's going to be rough on the land base. But with this deck, I don't think you really need too much fixing. I mean, you might want to go black first instead of green, as compared to other Golgori or, in this case, Witherbloom decks. So, but other than that, it's brutal. Tons of kill spells in this set. I freaking love it.
That's true.
And it wasn't just Witherbloom that got him, too. We'll talk about a few of those. So, waiting on Harry and Josh to show up. I'm not sure if we got the Moxman today or not. He said he was down if I sent him the link, but I kind of sent it to him late, like I usually do. That's my fault. But I don't have a link to the program I use until I put it up anyway, so not much I can do in that regard. Anywho, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was actually, I've been sitting here thinking about things. I said before the show that I don't feel I have a tremendous amount to contribute. Speaking on the financials, but I guess some of the perspectives, like you guys are talking about it from perspective as I'm sitting here listening. The set value, based mainly from a deck building perspective, a player perspective.
Yeah.
I kind of broke it down on another video I had, that I look at Magic players in three general categories. You have the players, you have the collectors, and you have the investors. And depending on which of those you are, and you might be a combination of all three, but sets can have different value to you based off of what your needs out of Magic are. For example, like Time Spiral Remastered. I honestly don't think that's a heavy player-based set, to be honest with you. You know, it's about blinging things out. It's not really about making things more functional. They're all reprints. So in all likelihood, they're old cards. So in all likelihood, you've already got those cards, or you can get a version of them that are cheaper. So they're not really aimed at the player specifically. They're more aimed at the collector, somebody who wants a special version, somebody who wants to have just the set to collect because it's unique and different. And then it's also good for the investor because those boxes spiked through the roof. It was a very small print run. So I guess that's how I'm looking at it. And I would say that Strixhaven is more, in my opinion, I know that the mystical archives are there, but I don't think they're going to hold value. I think there's just way too many of them going to be printed. I think it's really geared more towards the players. I think it is a player set.
All right. Let's go ahead and introduce Slothy MTG. How you doing, bud?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. How are you doing?
Doing all right. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? You are subbing in for Cryptic. Hey, Cryptic, I see. What about the judges on your three different type of people? He was saying Gaming Bob. That's a different breed.
Yeah.
No judgment, you mean, right, Cryptic? There are the judges, too. Yes, of course. All right, so Slothy, tell us a little bit about yourself, as if we never heard of you.
Sure. My name is Harry. I go by Slothy. I'm subbing in for Cryptic Commander this week. I'm a co-host of that podcast. I joined in episode 60. And I've been kind of going along there and YouTube at the same time, and that's really all there is to know about me.
Good to see you again, Slothy. I don't know if you remember. I showed up a couple of weeks ago on your podcast.
Yes, I do. How you doing?
I got beat by Mana Tithe.
Oh. Yeah. Funny. Well, I haven't been on. I think I was only on once for Cryptic Commander, but I don't have a lot of Magic know-how. I mean, I know gameplay. I can pick it up. I know what I like, what I don't like, and I do like the financial stuff, so I keep bringing that up. That's my fault. I got into wanting to because I was watching Rudy, so there you go. I'm not a Rudy clone, though. Hell no. Although I did steal his bingo. All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty here. We're going to look at some pricing of what happened to the big cards. And is it really worth it to buy right now? I will say it is super fun to open. So have that. You're not going to be overly. I mean, if you get crappy hits, you'll still be disappointed, but not as, because there's a lot of playable stuff in it. You know what I mean? So let me get over there and switch up the screen here, and let's get some TCG player going. I go off of this. I know there's other sites for TCG, but I like this because I can just go high-low, and that's kind of what I look at when I get into these sets. So, you guys want to cover archives first, or the actual set itself?
Let's cover let's cover the set itself.
Okay. So they did. TCG was nice enough to have the mystical archives as a separate deal. So these are the actual cards. Hello. Okay, it's being lame. Here we go. Oh, we got a doggo. All right. So it's doing. Oh, that's why. Okay. Sorry, I'm new at interneting. Oh, they changed up their page too, so that's why. All right. So these are the box prices and stuff like that. Looks like the standard prices for collectors, which usually every set from here on out is pretty much going to be collectors or bust if you're worried about financial value. You're not going to get it out of a draft box anymore. The set booster is a little bit better, but not by much. The list cards are a joke. Unless you land a big one, of course. But I'm just saying.
That's so rare, though.
Yeah.
What's that?
The big hits in the sets. I agree with you. They, to be honest with you, I think they should trim out like 75% of the list. Nobody wants to open one. I'd rather get an advertisement card than get a bad list card, because now it's a card I can't really just throw in the trash. I don't really have a spot in my binders for them, and I don't want to throw them away. I don't really know what to do with them because they don't really belong in the original set. And who the hell is collecting an entire list for any of these? So
yeah,
it's like, what do you do with a complete jank card that you open in that? It just feels bad.
It does, and yeah, I guess if you played back then, that's cool, but I still don't use this card.
Right? I mean, it was jank then, and it's still jank.
Bad. I consider them memes, or really, I just call them troll cards, because seriously, most times, and even if you get a rare, it's just like, okay.
Just leave the big hits in as sort of a lottery card. Why do you have to have 25% chance or whatever it is in a box, 1 out of every 6 packs or whatever it is, or 4 packs? Why put a garbage card in? Just get rid of all the garbage ones, only put the big hits in, and then you'll feel special when you actually hit a list card.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I saw one where they got all of 5 list cards, and they were all jank. I think he got 1 rare, but it was all jank out of 30 packs. That's what's in the set boosters, and it's like, what the fur, Anyway, I like the approach. The theme thing's kind of cool. No one's gonna play the stupid game in the back, but it's an interesting experience for the set. I mean, I almost still prefer the draft, as you get a little bit more cards, but sometimes the set boosters will be generous and actually give you way more than 2 to 5 mythics. So just got a set box. There's only mythics. I was like, what the frick?
The problem is you can't draft with them, right?
No, you cannot.
They're not a draftable thing.
No.
And neither is the collectors. The only thing you can draft, which hopefully they're not trying to kill, is still a thing. Why can't you make the set boosters draftable?
Yeah, I mean, they would work more in like a limited format, I would think,
Well, I mean, they essentially introduced the same thing where you have cards outside of standard in Strixhaven in the regular draft packs. So I don't see why they couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me, because like let's look at it like this. They're going to have the set, and usually the set boosters have themes to it, but that doesn't matter because you're drafting them, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So yes, it's going to be really heavy on one color type, but I don't think it's going to affect draft that much. If anything, it'll make it so each pack is like different, and it would probably bring more draft options when they go ahead and do it. I think the number one thing is that they're worried about the randomness of it.
Yeah.
I think because you have the art cards and because you don't have equitable distribution of cards, right? I don't even know if it would make it around the table. You end up with like somebody getting 1 more card than somebody else that's actually playable, rather than like the land, the art cards, it comes out odd.
The signature is cool too, but if they're going to go the route of baseball and basketball cards and stuff like that, hey Cameron, how you doing, bud? Have actual signatures on them. If you're going to copy tops, let's just do what is life totals in space or in a bomb? Okay, I'm lost. All right, you got me. I'm like, what? Anyways, if you're gonna do that, then do what Topps does. They bring in the artist, right? Which is, it really is the rock star of Magic. I mean, they're freaking awesome. Mad respect to the artists. You know what I mean? I don't know what they get paid. Sometimes they do all right. Other times not. And everyone's trying to be an artist for Magic, and it's cool. Oh, his audio seems off. Yeah. Okay. It happens. Hey, Moxman. Hello.
So if you don't mind,
Yeah.
if you don't mind me jumping in there real quick, and I'm not trying to shamelessly plug, but I'm glad you said that. It's a kind of natural segue. I'm going to be fortunate enough. I'm actually going to be interviewing a former Magic artist pretty soon.
Oh, who'd you get?
So, I actually rather kind of keep that secret for right now because I haven't really worked it out with the artist to make sure that it's okay to broadcast. But I'm already in talks and we've got it scheduled. So very excited about that. I feel like I'm talking to a rock star. Is basically
yeah. That's how I feel too. I got to talk to Solomon Young, and he's pretty cool. He's a really cool guy. And also got to talk with Ken Meyer Jr. and I actually got him on the show once on a very kind of thrown together show. But let's go ahead and introduce Moxman. And Moxman, act like no one's ever heard of you. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
How can you not have heard of me, people?
Right.
Hey, guys. Okay, I'm MTG Moxman, guys. How's it going tonight? I tend to cover a lot of finance and reserve list type cards in Magic the Gathering, as well as kind of a collection. As you see, I like to hoard my Magic cards.
No,
Never.
You don't collect Magic.
Never.
You don't even have a channel based on Magic at all.
Not at all.
Nothing to do with the reserve list. Those are coffee to hold your coffee cup.
I did. You know what? I'll be honest.
Yeah.
A couple times with my friends,
yeah.
They would note that I was picking my teeth with my Power of 9 cards.
Oh wow!
They did. I mean, they're double sleeved, but they'd say, "Why are you picking your teeth with a Time Walk?" You're like, I am. Oh, I didn't even notice. That's so bad. I don't do it now, but even like a few years ago, I was doing it. It's horrible.
Well, at least you're not doing the shuffle thing. It's every tournament.
Good old bridging.
Well, you got that. No, but where you're like shuffling. Shoot me. Let me like it. You're just there. That.
No.
While you're waiting for the turn goes, you're like
But when I draw my cards could be upside down, and that annoys my friends to no end. I can you see my boxes. It annoys some people that my boxes don't face the front way.
Yeah.
Some are front and some are back. I just don't care. I never have. I don't care about the cards the way it's like the way a presentation looks in a deck now. How you guys all doing tonight, man? You guys rocking?
Yeah, doing all right. I try to get the word out there and spam, but we got a limited audience today. But hopefully that will pick up eventually as we progress with this. And it's been super fun, man. I love that you guys all come in and we get to talk. So let's now that we introduced Moxman, because no one ever heard of him.
My channel really is small, right? Like.
No, I know it is. But I mean, you're doing a lot better than we are. Let's put it that way. Currently, yeah.
6 months from now could be a totally different story. You realize?
Well, I mean, I don't want to say I hope so, but I hope that we all get up there and get big. Yeah, because I do enjoy your content, man. You have a lot of interesting facts on the reserve list, buying, selling, and mainly showing off.
It's not showing off. I just collect.
No,
Look,
it's fine, man.
I never had to sell my cards. At one point, I guess it was still like, a decade ago, a little over 10 years ago, I had 5 Lotuses still. Because I had them. I had them as a teenager, right? I just stopped playing. I never sold everything off. That's the difference.
Yeah.
I'm not a wealthy guy. I just held on. And now it just pays off.
Hell yeah. Did you ever find that Lorwyn? Or
no, I don't have a fat pack of Lorwyn like I thought. I did go looking through. I thought I had some other stuff, but now that I've actually organized the basement and got things together, I still have a few hundred loose packs and stuff.
You did make sure to feed the ladyboys, right? Because if you don't feed them, they won't.
Dude.
I'm talking about the basement.
You know what? I found almost everything. I'm still missing some key cards, which is weird, but maybe I sold them off. I had to check some old spreadsheets.
Okay.
Maybe I sold them a few years ago, just don't remember.
Well, if you do find the box, I just want to look at the box so I can drool a little bit. That's all I want to do. Because the art was amazing on that set.
Oh,
I mean,
so
the
good,
box,
right? And back then it was still one and done. Sets were one and done. You didn't have any more. One printing, move on to the next set, right? Next block.
That's what they're doing now, kind of. I mean,
they really are.
Yeah, they are, because Hasbro is seriously whip
And they're so delayed at
Sell,
for the Monday
sell.
and the printers. Yeah, they're moving as fast as they can to keep it busy. Sorry, who did I interrupt? Sorry.
No, I'm just saying. I think actually they're starting to do some reprints. I know that over the last week or so, I've seen several redrops of Jumpstart on Amazon. So
Yeah.
I think that we're finally getting the reprint. I'm pretty sure they promised back in August that was supposed to come that still hadn't come around. But I think that they are actually getting some reprints because they're dropping them at really low prices on Amazon.
Wow.
Amazon. And you saw what happened with Time Spa Remastered, right?
Oh yeah.
Like they dropped all that stuff again, but all the LGSs upped their prices thinking it was gone.
Yeah.
They got to pay attention to the YouTubers out there who say, no, man, they said one printing. They didn't say how big it was.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
they didn't say how much they were holding in reserve either.
Exactly.
Warehouses, so
that one printing could be a very large printing.
it could be, yeah.
It's all right. They'll
All
get
right.
it sooner or later.
I love talking to you guys. You guys are awesome. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about Strixhaven. We had a fun homework project. You said no on your stream, so I left you alone. But it's just kind of a fun thing. Yeah, you're like homework, Mox. You're like, yeah, good luck with that. I was like, all right, fine. We're going to get to that in a little bit, though. It's just a fun thing. It's not like anything that's pressing that will change lives or anything. But anyway, so we're going into Strixhaven right now, and we're looking at some of the pricing of what happened. Now, as I explained earlier, this happens every time, every set. We're all used to it as being Magic players. I've been playing the last 2 years. It happens every time. Hey, you get that FOMO, buy it now pricing where it's ridiculous. Up to about pre-release, you'll see a 20% drop, and you'll see it kind of steadily go down. And then release date, it's a 50% drop, and then that following Monday, and after, boom, it's almost 75% off that FOMO pricing. So it's like, yeah. So this guy right here, Bellows Witherbloom, and hey, what's up, Bruce? It was I think it was 30. This one being 40 initially. It is the Beldros Witherbloom Dragon. Of course, that's the one I want. Anyway, so it's got a mediocre price here, about $20 still. People kept telling me that the Prismary Dragon is going to be a little more. It's easier to use, the Prismary Dragon. But you can see here, this is just for the extended alt art of Beldros Dragon. Looking at about $20. On the foil, probably about 40 to be honest, 45. But what you can actually sell it for, 10% off TCG low, as you guys are all normal people, unless you have a store. That's kind of where you guys would be out if you guys were looking to liquidate this card. So this is the big card, I guess, for the whole set, right? I mean, price wise.
I
thought it would be.
It depends on what version you're talking about.
Yeah, no, that is the collectors, or you can get those in a draft booster. But set booster, you can definitely pull these full arts, but they're for foil. But we're actually in this set, we're not even talking Mystical Archives yet. But this is the actual set itself. We got Witherbloom going first, and of course Lily.
Right.
Wow, it dropped hard.
Yeah.
Here's the Witherbloom right here, right? The one I opened on the live stream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You shoot me your mailing address. I'll mail that out to you tomorrow.
Oh, sweet. I'm trying to get a collection going, Moxman. I have the alt art that was showed there, but I'm trying to get like a regular. This is
the promo foil.
Oh, I'm on it, dude.
All right, so you just send me your mailing address. I'll send this in the mail tomorrow.
All right, legit. I need to get your info too, because I was gonna say I did that signature card for you and that the other thing.
My stuff is in my about section. You'll find my mailing address for my postal thing.
Oh, okay, legit. All right, sorry about that. I don't know what screen it went to right now. That was probably my email to you. Don't worry, didn't show any names. All right, so yeah, we got Lily in the house. The second biggest card financially, sitting about 1822. It looks like. When you look at the pricing here, it gives you the lowest, but it's usually from some newer sellers. So when you are pricing stuff out, guys, make sure you go to, of course, near mint, and then look up the 1,000 to 50,000 plus sales, that will give you more of a realistic price from a store that's been, going for a while. But anyway, you're looking at about 1822 on the lowest for Lily, and that is just for the regular full art extended version. You can get this in set boosters and draft boosters, but it's going to be difficult. More than likely, you're able to pull it from a collector's. And because everyone's a Lily freak, I am too. We're looking at about 47 on the foil. And it's got a super broken combo. Life totals, you want to talk about that combo real quick?
Okay, so the combo comes from Witherbloom Apprentice being the main card. And then you go ahead and it either works with Lily or Witherbloom Apprentice. And you get out the card that is called Chain of Smog. Now, Chain of Smog is an old card back from Onslaught. It costs a black and a colorless, and what it does is target player discards 2 cards from his or her hand. That player may copy this spell and choose new targets for the copy. So what effectively happens is you infinitely target yourself with Chain of Smog. Witherbloom Apprentice or Liliana both do infinite damage, infinite life gain.
Exactly. It is brutal. It was broken day one. I think someone came up, talked about that, and it's crazy. Yeah. Gotta see what the standard combo is on her, but definitely with that Chain of Smog, it's just wow.
Yeah, definitely run into that a couple times in Commander games, and it's not fun.
Is any combo in Commander fun?
when I'm casting it,
when
it's
I'm playing it,
fun.
Yeah, when you're playing it, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's just when it's against you.
I love doing Staff of Domination combos and Elf. It's hilarious.
What do you mean? Isochron Scepter is not fair.
Isochron Scepter dramatic reversal is just untapping all my stuff an infinite number of times. What are you talking about?
It's fine.
It's fine. The world's on fire. I'm okay. All right. And I'm going to kind of skim through these a little bit so we don't waste too much time on this. But here's the regular version. You're looking at about $15 on that. And 15.26 for the regular. About 20 on the 20 on the foil. There's a Beldris again. You notice that the dragons that's the only dragon that's popped up so far? It's crazy. Because everyone was saying, oh, the Prismari one. I'm like, okay, I don't even see it. There's Onyx again. Sorry? Because
in tested CDH play, Galzeth Prismari is doing the best. Mostly because a lot of us overlooked on the card. Like, we were thinking, oh, it's gonna be a worse Tezzeret. I mean, not Tezzeret. It's gonna be a worse Urza, right?
Yeah.
But that's not the case because because when you're making treasures, we forgot about treasures. Those treasures become mana rocks now that are permanent, not ones that you have to sacrifice.
I see. Now the next one up, of course, is the Extendo. I think what do we call this one, bud? Life totals.
Oh, Catch These Hands.
Yeah, Catch These Hands. Only because the flip side. I mean, look at all those hands. But this is the next biggest from Lily and Witherbloom dragon. Looking about on the low $12. Seems about right. So roughly about 12. 28 for the foil.
People are trying to break it in CDH, but I don't see it. I haven't seen like a gameplay where it's actually won compared to the other Strixhaven commanders. It doesn't show up. Like compared to like Prismari or Dina, it just doesn't perform as well.
Yeah. All right. So that's the next big card. We'll probably see the next one down. Wandering Archaic. That one you guys know about.
I love this card.
Yep, me too.
Yeah.
I haven't played with it.
It's just hard to keep on the board.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but
yeah, I'm using him right now in Arena to try stuff out.
Any luck?
Well, nothing amazing yet, I'll be honest. But there's been some nice things where when they try to cast against you, it's kind of fun to be able to copy the spells back at them. So you don't want to play them early. You kind of want to have, used up some of their spells first.
I got you.
he's more of a bait card. You wanna wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to wait till they've kind of busted out some of their stuff and you've eliminated it. So, because, somebody uses, like, say, I don't know, E2 Extinction on you, but they don't have any creatures out yet. And you just put the guy out for no reason, then he can't copy anything, right? They don't care.
Yes, Cameron, this is like the Stonks episode. This is what this is.
Yeah,
what is this?
They can pay.
Cameron's like Stonks, and I'm like, yeah, this is the Stonks episode where we talk about pricing of everything.
Yeah, we are talking a little bit about pricing, and it's just amazing where the hype went.
Yeah.
I mean, if you see now, we're just getting to our second and third dragon. Of course, being this is weird. Okay, sorry. I'm just like trying to figure this out. All right, so we had Civil Squirrel, sitting about 12. I won't get back into the pricing again because it shows the Japanese pricing, which is a little confusing. But
it's always going to be lower.
Yeah. So 12.15 on this one for the full extendo. Pretty sure it's close to 20 on the foil. But look at this. The full extendo is actually cheaper than the regular Prismari Dragon. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
I think I honestly think it has to do with the art. I think I like the art better on the standard than the extended.
Yeah, I'm right there with you on that.
Yeah.
Like I think if this one's cool. Like the Witherbloom Dragon, it looks all right. For the alt arts, it's I like them both, of course, but then again, they're my colors. But Silver Squill beating Prismari by 3 cents.
This is what I want to talk about though. You're not seeing the price now like we were talking about earlier. Mm-hmm. You're not seeing the price of what these cards are going to perform with. So because we're still testing them, it's all about demand right now. There's going to be tons of them in the market. Mm-hmm. And like I said, Prismari out of all of them is probably going to end up being the most expensive because he's the one that's showing up the most. Because they're going to run out of him. They're going to run out of him, and then he's going to be more expensive.
Yeah, especially people getting their play sets now and getting it out of the way. Yeah.
Well, now is a good time, definitely, to do so. And
I'll tell you right now, in the next 16 days, I think I have it marked at Strixhaven will go dead, and people are going to start going up for Modern Horizons too.
Yep.
I have 16 days in my spread, so.
You know what's amazing?
Sounds about right.
I've already seen pre-orders for D&D.
What? Where?
Yeah.
You show me.
Not even joking.
Because that is the most hype set. That is the most hype set. I don't even care what's in it as long as it has D&D creatures. Don't care.
I'm beyond excited for that.
I have certain expectations. I did a video on it today, and if Wizards doesn't meet my expectations, me and my 10 grand are walking.
Wow.
I hear you.
I've been saving.
Same here. Yeah. I think you and I have talked about this a little bit, Moxman, over the past number of months where I had talked to you about the concern about party mechanic.
Yeah. I want party mechanic. I want leveling. I even want weapon leveling if I can have it.
Leveling would be wicked sweet.
So good, man. Maybe like a Vorpal Blade. You can do like level 1. It's just like it gives it first strike. Then like level 2, it gives it double strike, and then level 3, it gives it death touch.
Another mechanic I want to see. I want to see traps. I want traps back.
Yeah,
that'd be so cool again. Yeah, man.
Well, they would need something like Shrink then to sort of de-level your weapons as an ability to flash out. You think you're going to do double strike, and then you say, nope, I'm going to shrink
I'm all
your
for
weapon.
all of this. All of this.
They said it's going to be mechanically unique. If I don't see my heroes in there, if I don't see some kind of leveling mechanic, and I expected the party mechanic, I'll just be crushed. I'll just be crushed.
Cough, Drizzt.
Oh, I want to see my Drizzt, man.
And of course, Cryptic in the chat here is always talking about the Gith Yankee. Yep.
Beholders, Displacer Beasts, Mind Flayers. Oh
yeah.
I want legendary creatures like I want Tiamat.
That'd be really cool.
I'd like to see Waterdeep as a land.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
Yeah. Fae, maybe bring it back. Maybe there's so much they could do.
Tatiana would be sweet.
Oh, he's so good.
I was thinking the other day, how would they make a gelatinous cube react? Like, what would be its abilities?
Destroying things.
Yeah.
They digest things. They would destroy something.
Like destroy equipment?
Destroying equipment. When it blocks, destroying equipment that it blocks. Exile them.
It would play more like an ooze, I would think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, because it
Ooze does
dissolves
that a lot.
magical gear and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
Yeah. And I here I am. I'm probably the only one here that's actually trying to get MH2.
I actually pre-ordered some pre-release kits.
Yeah,
Okay.
I picked up stuff for my my patrons and myself already.
I feel
nice.
like Modern Horizons 2 is more of a set that I would go and buy singles for than I would try to buy a collector's box.
Go
Sorry.
and buy all the play sets you want from that set, so you don't have to worry about it. Then just go straight for D&D.
Yeah, I'm almost skipping over MH2 and going for D&D.
Yeah. I love D&D so much. I play 2 times a week,
Mm.
and I've been playing D&D for 15 years. So,
Well, I must say though, I really would like to see those full art fetches, just to see them, to hold one, you know. So I'm gonna get one collector. That is it. Only one.
I'd like to see a
when I
full
get
art
voted.
Waterdeep.
Right.
I'm going to be honest. I'm not as crazy about the fetches. Like, they don't have that kind of allure for me. I think for the price, if you're trying to get cards for your money, I think you can get a lot of other cards that can really help improve your deck, and almost no matter what deck it is, than paying that super premium on the fetches at this point.
a lot of people, older players that I've talked to, don't want MH2 because we already have fetches. So I feel like it's people
more affordable though. If they put it at rare and they put it like even a draft box gets like 3 or 4, we might see prices actually drop, which would be nice.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Even if it's only a
the original
slight drop
fetches.
to allow other players to buy it, I'm all for that.
Yeah, I'd be cool with that. So many people going ahead and finally getting to make that modern deck that they've been after forever.
Well, I'm not too focused on modern itself. For me, for gameplay, but for I only need like one fetch each of my Jund lands, and then I'm good. So all I'm looking for is black, green, and Gruul, of course. So green, red. Then I'm good. I actually managed to trade off another thing to get a $30 black red. So pretty stoked.
Nice.
I actually had an original fetch. Woohoo!
Another piece of information I found on another YouTube. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. What were you saying? Another piece of information I found from Wizards is that they said that the D&D set is not canon. So
they could just kind of do whatever they want.
They can do whatever they want with it. Yeah. They don't have to include planeswalkers if they don't want to. It's not canon. It's not part of the story. They can do whatever they want.
That's right. They can bust it up any way they want. They can make it a really overpowered set for this one cycle through for a couple of years, and then just say, "Oh, we did it. We're done."
Well, here's the
Dragonlance is
concern.
next.
If you're going to do that, and it's going to be the core set for the next couple of years,
right?
I'm a little concerned with them straying too far mechanically speaking. I think that would really change the face of just about every format.
Well, they've proved time and time again they're not worried about it, the power level. So,
yeah.
Well, yeah. But
I think power creep for a while.
Yeah, power creep is pretty high.
Yeah.
Ward is ridiculous. It's super good. All this new kill spells that they're showing, like in the past, they would have never printed kill spells like that ever.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. So let's get back into this a little bit. I'm just gonna scroll through like the top cards, and then we can talk Mystical Archives. So here we are, and what sucks is like the art's good, but this looks like a normal dragon. I mean, I don't know why it's way more expensive. I get it's an Elder Dragon, but the art on this, it looks like the Terror of the Peaks. I mean, it looks like a copy, but a close up.
The art is definitely just kind of meh.
Yeah, it's just not that exciting. I mean, really.
I've said it before. I think Silverquill's art is probably the best in this set. Just the regular set, not the Mystical Archives, but just the regular set. I think Silverquill's is the best.
All right, so we got Walking Archaic again. We got a full art on Jadzi. Not one I play, but any of you guys have anything to say about that?
It is a super powerful commander. Oh, sorry. Continue.
I was going to say the price drop was what got me. That card was like $30 or $40 pre-release.
Wow. The Biblioplex really dropped as well. I bought some copies for I think $3.50, $4 each. And I have a person on my channel who bought 200 copies at 29 cents, 27 cents.
Oh wow!
I still love that card. I think it's
I love
it's
it.
a good card.
It's just,
me
it's
too.
just an all around every color curse deck that you can be like, oh, here, have this, play it with Blim Comedic Genius, trade it over, be like, oh yeah, you're not casting permanent spells, and that will screw over the green player real quick. Be like, I
think we were talking about the Biblioplex. Are you talking about Cody?
Yeah,
yeah, he's talking about Cody.
We're
talking Biblioplex.
Just
the ability, the ability to draw. You don't like your
Yeah.
card, you can just cycle it into your graveyard. I don't need land, cycle it. You don't need land, cycle it. For 2, pretty useful.
Well, Alexandria.
Well, I think it actually has something different from Alexandria in that there are a lot of mechanics that want you to discard your entire hand. You
Yep,
grafted
get down to
skull
0.
grafted skull cap back from the day. It now makes that song card from Ikoria a little more relevant, where you draw 2 cards but discard your hand at the end of the turn. So I think it's got some uses that haven't really been, haven't gotten their legs tested yet on that card. I think it's better than people are giving it credit for.
Hey, Dart. Thanks for joining us today. Appreciate it. I totally get you on that. And I don't know, they keep pushing Rowan, but just haven't really seen her in any type
I've killed her so much so far.
Let her and Will die, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, here's about the okay, I'm sorry. I'm not going to say anything because it's just I was going a totally different direction there. But I just the card wise, here we go.
Very vanilla.
Yeah.
What's that?
The Rowan and Will cards are always bad. It doesn't matter what they printed on. I mean,
they have to be, right? They're sharing a spark. How could they be as powerful as a single planeswalker that has their own spark?
I think you should be able to join them together and merge them into some better planeswalker. Give a merge card.
Yeah, instead they're just worse on both sides.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I saw somebody trying to use it even, I think a few hours ago. I was messing around with a green deck, and they had them both out. All I did was I had a Boron Clicks. They couldn't kill it. Then you drop an Ugin, doubles his counters. You cycle the Ugin to the next Ugin, cycle all your cards out, take an extra turn, and the game's over.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ugin's about to rotate out soon, but still, he's fun.
Just beast.
Yeah.
Game ending.
All right, here's the other Quandrix or Simic Dragon, and I pulled this a couple of times for our subscribers, and I pulled one myself, and I'm like, this is the dragon I want. And the art on it is just okay. Just I don't know.
It was okay if you get a bunch of little things out quickly enough. And he's not terribly expensive, but yeah, it's very underwhelming, which sucks because I'm a Simic kind of player. That's like, oh, that's a wah-wah.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Kasmina had a little more hype on it than what got.
She's just
Kasmina can be nuts.
She can be, but she's reliant on other planeswalkers the same way that Nicol Bolas used to be.
Yeah.
I think she's an auto include in Super Friends decks, though. I mean,
oh yeah, for sure.
That'll be an immediate kill.
I mean, for $5 though, that's kind of where it's at. I mean, you might want to pick one up if you are going to go Super Friends. And
I have 3 of them.
Cheap.
I have 3 of them.
I would say this is one of those cards I was mentioning that's it's going to age well.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I like her. I just think that in any other deck besides Super Friends, she's super situational.
Oh, she's just bolt bait. She gets wait to get eaten.
Yeah.
She doesn't have enough counters to start out at, and she just gets like, oh, I can scry 1. Yeah, you're dead.
Well,
I don't want to pay 3 to scry 1 before it dies.
That giving the other abilities to scry normally with those planeswalkers that only have that +1, you're like, oh man, I need to get this up to ult quick. That +2 is really good.
Yes, it is. Mixed in the right deck, it's going to be brutal.
Yeah, for sure. And then
my friend in our CDH group runs Super Friends of Traxa. That's his main deck, and I face that deck constantly.
And we got Wolfie.
Love this card.
Yeah,
I absolutely love it.
The art's beautiful. How's Luca on the back though?
Not great. It's Luca.
Sorry. I don't care about Luca. I care about the doggo. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, just the casting cost and what it does. A body, 2/3 body that I mean, seriously, if you can keep it
gives
around
you
for a little
loyalty
while,
counters.
yeah, it's a fantastic card for 3 casting costs. Are you kidding me?
If Luca wasn't on the back of this card and it wasn't red, that would be in Super Friends 2 right now.
Yeah, true. Then we have the regular Silver Quill, and now we start dropping. This one should have a bigger price on it, I think. But Harness Infinity, as we call Step Affinity, nice.
The most brutal deck that I can think of that in CDH is Gitrog Monster.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
I'm okay with it, but it is. I mean, it's that's a lot of pips, very specific.
Yeah,
it's like oof.
Yeah. Well, towards the end, I mean, if you were to turn 4, 5, or 6, in this case, turn 7, you could definitely end the game quick by pulling all your good stuff back. And then we got Mavida, Students Advocate.
Seen that used a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't stick around long. I tried in a couple of games. We've been doing some pre-release live plays, and that thing gets just shot out of the sky faster than any other creature out there.
Yeah, and then of course we get our normal ones. Look at this Quandrix Mythic under $5. Yeah, same with the Lorehold Dragon, but the art is way cooler. I mean, I think those should be on top. Not the Extendo art. No offense to the artist, but I mean these just look badass. I mean,
there's their card. There's your Sedgemore Witch, and she is literally give me all the keywords. That is what Sedgemore Witch is. It's like I want all the keywords.
It's got that ward too.
Yep, love the ward on her.
And useful, especially you'll see that in our pest deck coming up. She's pretty useful and cheap. So there you go, under $5. Then we got Dark Phoenix right here, Crackle with Power. That 3X though is kind of rough, but I mean, when
late in the game,
there, it does the things.
If only Wolverine would come and stab her.
Right. And then we got Blex. We now have a lord for pest, bats, insects, snakes, and spiders. So there you go. That's great. Forget what the flip side is.
Search for Blex.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't see that side getting used as much. It's usually the front side I see.
I'd rather have the body. There you go. So that's cool. I mean, it does things.
It does things.
It's a card.
The most common the most common archetype in Magic is it does things.
Yes, and I can go on record with that. Ecological Appreciation. It's an interesting card. Have you guys got to play with it yet?
Haven't used it.
No.
It's too expensive to do anything functional for me. Like I've had it in hand and just kept waiting, and it's like, okay, I'm dead.
The commands are going to be spicy down the road, I think. I mean, we got Prismari Command. Body of Research.
How is Body of Research not more expensive, by the way?
I don't know.
That card is nuts.
It is. This is a backbreaker kind of card. Must answer any kind of trample game over.
Yeah. I am going to have it in my commander deck just because I'm going to be like, oh yeah, it's a 76/76. Do you got an answer for that? No? Okay, fine, dead.
Or hell, even that, what is it, the 10 the pest, like play it in a 3-color deck?
Oh my god. That'd be
right? Okay, that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay.
What would be the commander for that, though?
I'm dead set against using white and blue. But I might just do that, to have 78 pest on the...
Yeah, I think of cards in strange ways, but yeah, it's like...
Double Major is also a surprising debt, by the way. That card is easily as good as Spark Double. Spark Double we've seen is like $20. How is Double Major the same thing and only like $3 right now?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was a card I wanted to spec on early, and I just couldn't get in early enough. And I only have one at this point, which
I have 3 of them already, just because I'm kind of hoarding them. I'm like, these are going to be
which one? 3
Double Major.
Double Major.
Double Major, yeah, and it's super cheap right now too. So that one, just going to see a lot of EDH play. All right, so now we're.
I don't like the snarls. Don't like the snarls at all.
I do. I'm going to put it in Commander. That's very easy to use for a duel.
Yeah, I really enjoy the snarls in Commander.
I've seen a lot of that in play right now when I'm on Arena and stuff. A lot, because people just mix the deck up with a few of each land, plus those, you're good to go.
Yeah, makes sense.
Every time I've drawn them so far that I've had them in the pre-release decks, I've had like 3 of them. And I always get them. Well, I use them, but they're coming into play tapped. So it's like, oh, joy. It's just like any other crappy coming to play tapped duel.
Yeah, I haven't been using them. Actually, I've been using the pathways and the triomes.
Triomes. Come on now.
Yeah.
That card will. I'm sorry, I don't mean to go off topic here, but the triomes I think are still underpriced and underrated.
I wish I actually was in. Like, okay, so I took a small break in between Ikoria and Zendikar, so I wasn't playing, and I wasn't collecting either. I was moving, dealing with life stuff. I didn't get any of the triomes, which I wish I did. I have so many commander decks that need triomes.
Oh, triomes are... I don't know how I lived without them, to be honest.
I did a video saying they were underpriced a few months ago. I was like, these are underpriced. They're like $6, $5. Get them now.
Yeah.
Same with the pathways, and they were like $1.50 a pathway.
I think it's the same way with Snarls. Snarls are vastly underpriced right now, and I think that's going to be a commander staple card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, plus if you actually play standard, besides arena,
you're not going to have much of a choice here soon. You're going to have to play Snarls.
Yeah, you're going to have to play Snarls. Yeah. Because we're going to actually lose the Scrylands, which I can't believe that's actually like a bad thing, but it is. All we have now are the school lands that they gave us that come in tapped. We have the snow duels that come in play tapped, and then we got Snarls. So, and that's only representing 10 of the different color combinations. So there you go. Enemy only. You know, if you want to run roll right now, you're pretty much out of luck because you don't get the lifelines either because those are going away too.
Let's just hope that D&D is a saving grace and comes up with something extra special for lands. I mean, I think that they really need to focus on that.
Oh, I hope so. I have hopes and dreams.
Yeah, me too. But
I also know that Wizards could screw it up royally, guys. That's what my video was about. No, man, don't mess it up.
Do you want to really hope?
That was the one today. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Do you want me to give you my prediction?
I like it. I record these.
Okay, and I'm still going to be wrong.
Okay, Slothy was trying to talk real quick. Go ahead. Slothy.
I just hope that Wizards uses the entire resources they have for getting the D&D stuff right. And that they don't just neglect to use that entire half the studio that's dedicated to D&D.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
I was just going to say, if they're listening and they want to do it right with the lands, finish the Triumph cycle.
Yes, I want my John Triumph. What the fur? Come on.
I think that would be huge in D&D to finish the Triumph.
I think a legendary land. I really want a Tomb of Horrors legendary land for Gary Gygax, and it would be cool if they went ahead and right after that they announced for 5e that they're going to do Greyhawk. That'd be dope.
Dragonlance, Ravenloft.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, they already did an update to Ravenloft. That's not necessarily. We already got more additions to the Domains of Dread, so we don't really need much more.
Yeah, and stop hooking up Simic. Sorry, that was just a listening.
They're not. At least they showed White Love this time. Our Chaomancer's map is dope.
But like, who would you boost at this point? If you're going with school colors,
White.
You'd have to be like Selesnya. Nobody plays that.
Well, Selesnya needs a lot of help. They're like
I think
so
Red
far
and White
behind.
need the most help, so they're gonna do more Lorehold stuff.
More like Azorius.
Yeah.
Selesnya. Yeah, those guys need a little help.
For sure. And don't mind Moxman. He's multitasking. Anyways, and this is the mythic you don't want to pull at all. Speaking of white, red.
Oh yeah, I felt so bad with your buddy's box the other day. You told me you pulled 2 of him. I was like, ew.
Yeah, I feel bad for Rhett, but he did pull a foil demonic tutor regular, not the Japanese. So at least,
but just looking at his card, he might be good in the future, but there's no good red spirits right now. Like it looks like that's what they're going to do in the future, but they need more red spirits to make it a thing. So
if you see the spirits now, we got Kamigawa. Don't forget that's still on the block, right?
Yeah, that should be coming up soon. Yeah. So let's see some ninjas.
I actually think there's one worse mythic than that.
Oh yeah, no, we haven't got there yet. I mean,
okay.
This is so page 1 is mainly all the boxes, right? So right now we're getting at the bottom of the stack here. I kind of want to just get the kill spells, then we can move on to the next topic. There she is again, Sedgemoor. But what was I saying? I forgot. Yeah, total blank. Yeah, good job, Russ. Good job. Yeah, there is a worse mythic. You are correct. Okay, Sedgemoor. We got the commands. Some of those are really decent. Then we got Snarls. That price should jump up a little bit, though. I mean, I don't know. I barely got a couple boxes, though.
I think they'll be probably commensurate with like the temples.
Probably be about 5. 6.
Yeah, on the high end. Only because I only got one collector's and then charity from you guys, pretty much, and my my one pre-release kit, and I have all my snarls already for the colors I play. So I could see why it's cheap. Sad, but it's whatever.
Elite Spellbinder is very good too.
Yeah, that's the Pablo card I was talking about earlier.
Yeah,
he was pretty good. Yeah.
Okay.
That's who the image is. The guy who won last year.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh really? I didn't know that. I was trying to figure.
It says it on the card actually. Yeah, Pablo and his long ass last name. World champion. There you go.
That's why I said the Pablo card. I didn't.
Yeah, I was trying to be respectful, but I'm like, no.
I didn't know that. The only copy of the card I have is in Japanese, so I was like, okay, sure.
Oh, gotcha. All right, you got Body of Research.
Underpriced.
Yeah, very underpriced.
And of course, that's the regular, so of course it would be. Try to get to the kill spells. Yeah.
Think about that card in even by standard, you probably like at the high end can probably make a 50-50 with that card.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, if you're playing green, you're running cultivates and getting your lands out super fast. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna lose cultivate, so that sucks. But
not really. Strixhaven's going to be in print for a while.
No, but it was Strixhaven was printed. Remember that the archive cards aren't standard legal, so.
Well, okay, I mean you're talking about like an arena.
Yeah, well, arena is for standard. Yeah, sorry, I know I keep bringing that up, but we are supposed to push that apparently, or whatever. Okay, Magna Opus. Anything on that?
I have some, and I don't even know what it does.
It's too expensive, is my personal opinion.
Especially in those colors, really.
Is that the one that does the multiple damage or whatever?
Yeah, 4 damage.
I've seen a guy use that with that doubling spell from red.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's about it.
He had the mana for it all at once. I mean, that's. Oof.
It was late game.
Okay, yeah, again, yeah.
Okay, well then those decks suck because I don't know how you got up to 8 mana using blue-red. And he
was using a 5-color deck, actually. He kept board wiping.
And then you have to have the spell. You have the mana to pay the doubling spell. So it's like another 2. So you have to have 10.
I'm just impressed. That's all I can say. If you can use that card efficiently, wow. Okay.
It's still chilling. It just held me off for a while.
Valentine is also an underrated card.
Yeah, the one-drop side. I'm not so sure about the green. But that deems all right. Ecological appreciation again. Okay, so now we're getting to some of the really juicy cards. They're hella cheap right now that are going to be taking over Commander for sure. Was this a 2-drop right here for Vanishing Verse to exile target non-land permanent? I mean, or no, I'm sorry, monocolored. Okay, but still, I mean. Yeah, not one of the strongest.
Yeah, no commander deck
got all the good ones.
No commander deck is going to run that, but you'll see a bunch of that in standard. That's possibly more of a standard card, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm about saying commander. I think I'd even rather run D-Spark than that.
Yeah, and D-Spark is like
And look at this. Your double maker on the foil. Let's have a look at the foil. This one's going to be in commander for sure.
I'm waiting for it to drop a little more, and I'm going to buy a bunch of them. This card's going to be fantastic long run.
I need to go buy like 20 of them.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Because that card's gonna be $20 later, and then I just sell a bunch of them.
Yep, make some
that
profit.
would be nice. Oh yeah. Okay, so we got that. We got our Phoenix back in the house. Blix. Oh yeah, this one's fun. Rust Rebirth. There was a lot of spec on this one when it first came out. But it's a nice little 2-drop. Choose target creature. When that creature dies its turn, search your library for a creature card with lesser mana. Put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. I mean, you're downgrading, but I could see some jank going on with that card. I think it's just me though. I'll leave that.
Yeah, I was like, I wouldn't. You see my favorite card in the set down there.
Dragon's
This one
Approach.
right here.
Well, Dragon's
this
Approach
one.
too, but Baleful Mastery is my favorite removal in this whole set.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. But do keep hold of these guys because you're going to need 30 to 40 of them to run the things. I mean,
Drumming Stone.
Yeah.
Drumming Stone.
Good luck getting them though. I don't know if anybody else has had the same luck I have. I think I have one out of like the 40 packs that I've opened. I have one.
I have like 5.
I think so.
I'm at 4.
Yeah, 4? Okay.
Yeah. And I have opened like a few boxes already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I opened like 40 packs and I have like one. It's like that's
I'll
not very
wait for
common.
it. I'll wait for it to go down a little bit more, and then I'll buy like all of them. Because you want to buy cards like that, guys. Just so you know, this is like a Thrumming Stone thing, like with Shadowborn Apostles. So you want that.
Yeah, and it's pretty decent. All right, so this is my both Life Totals and my favorite card. I need a bunch of these, and I mean 4-drop, right? But you could pay 2 and hook up a friend in a commander.
Because you choose who draws the card. That's what makes it good. You don't have to give the card to the person that's winning. You just give a random person a card. So helping out someone is a good like politic type thing at the table. Be like, hey, I'll give you a card, and they'll be like, sure. And I'm like, I just want a favor later. All right, sure. And then you just blow up the person that's winning's thing. You just exile it. Gone.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Should be able to pick up 2 more for the standard deck, but I definitely want to get a foil of this before it goes up because I think it will. I mean, it's an instant spell.
So if you have the extra spell and you don't want to give them the extra mana and you don't want to give them it, you can just cast it at the end of your turn. So, I mean, at the end of your opponent's turn, you just cast it at the end of their turn. So you don't worry about it.
Exactly, but that is like one of the best kill spells in here. But there are more. And these are the ones I would watch out for. Buy them on pennies on the dollar right now while you can. Okay, more snarls. Archmage Emeritus.
Have we already passed up Culling Ritual? Because it seems like it should be more than this.
Yeah, it should. Because Culling Ritual is very good.
Oh,
I think that's probably my favorite removal is the Culling Ritual.
It is very good. It's my second favorite.
Crazy in Commander.
I can't believe that harness is only $1. That's crazy. Okay, there it is. This is another one that a lot of people were specking hard on. Only $1 now. I mean, you could probably get it for even less than that, and it does the things, guys.
To be fair, I like Ink Shield better than this card.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Well, we'll probably get to that one here in a minute. But it was decent.
I don't know if you're gonna get Ink Shield in here because it's a Commander card.
Oh, it is a Commander card?
Is that the one that makes the 2/1 flyers?
Yeah. Well, so did
that's Commander.
I've been using that in a time walking deck right now in Arena. I made it to Mythic with it.
Nice.
You just gotta like take your time, save it up till late in the game, and then take a time walking turn, but have enough mana that you can cast out 3 or 4 of them. Use the stadium and kill them in 1 turn.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, the stadium gives you that, gives you all those kill things, right? With the birds that you get from the time walking.
Yeah. All these commands, by the way, guys, pick up commands. All commands are good. Well, except for the expensive ones. If you're starting to pay like 3, 4, or 5 mana, then But Witherbloom command, Prismari command, and Quandrix command, those are all really good command cards. A lot of options on those cards.
Yeah, the Witherbloom one is sweet. Definitely auto include if you're running Witherbloom or Golgari for sure. Definitely. All these kill spells, I mean, they're hella cheap right now. I mean, since we hit the bottoming out, they should be. There it is, calling ritual. I'm surprised we didn't see the full art earlier. Should be a little bit more.
I love that it gives you all the mana. So that's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just a total board wipe. Oh, you have a mana rock? Oh, I'm sorry.
Just don't run the mana rocks in your deck, or just don't worry about them if you're going to play this card, or you're behind if you're playing this card, because
or sack the mana rock. Use mana rocks that you can draw cards from, and then blow up everybody else's.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah, exactly, and it just wipes out everything. Oh, you're running a token deck? Oh, Coma Chameleon, as I call it, the Comas. Yeah, bye. And then you can throw a BD down, in black or green if they have a ton of them out there. So this is just a very interesting board wipe for the low end and the token decks. It's just going to slaughter, and then you're like, oh, I got rid of all your tokens. Oh, here's a Witherbloom Dragon.
Hey, you leave my Coma alone.
So, so correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it also going to pretty much blow up the lore hold commanders? You're just putting token copies of things out, right?
Yeah, you're going to blow up all your...
Yeah.
But the thing is... the thing about Silver Quill is a lot of people forget that he can be run with cards that give negatives on your opponent's boards. So you want to actually give them the 2/1, so you're getting the draw engine and stuff like that. Probably better for him in most cases, unless you're getting ready to win, because a lot of time that's going to be instant hate on the table. They're going to see that and they're going to be like, oh, whoa, that can do a lot. But having it on the board to have, like, let's say an Elish Norn on the battlefield, when you go ahead and give them the 2/1 feels really bad because it's just going to die.
Yeah. For sure. All right, and now we're getting towards the bottom here. But look at that. Double major, a couple more pennies, and you can get the full art extendo on those double majors. So there you go. All right, and there's still a lot of good cards down here at the bottom. Look at Cody. Cody's like way down there. Really?
It's kind of too niche to be like a widely played card. It's just, it's a jank card, really.
He's fun, though. He's so fun.
Yeah.
He is fun, but he's almost the definition of jank. I mean, seriously.
It'd be a definite fun deck for Commander that just be like, blue, like green player, have fun not playing your permanent spells.
There it is. That's the one I hate, the worst mythic. I got one for my pre-release promo, and I got one in my collector box yesterday.
I am so sorry.
Yeah, I pulled it foil. It's cool in a set booster because you get an extra mythic, but that's about it. Yeah. All right. We're hitting the bottom end here. Let's get to the fun stuff, guys. Archives, right? That's where the money's at in this set, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it truly depends on which ones you're talking about. They're starting to get down to pennies on the dollar already.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I still plan on picking up a lot of them myself.
Yeah, this is the one I want, but I know if I get it, I'd probably sell it because it's money.
Yeah.
But there we go. It's Demonic Tutor in the house. Now, this is the regular card, actually. Non-etched is more than the etched. Because the etching is just like, it'd be cool if it was on a business card, but on my Magic card, it's just not, I don't know, it's not that impressive. You know what I mean? So, this one, yeah.
To be honest, when they did the foil etching, I was expecting it to pop more and like be like ridged and textured and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But nope. No.
Yeah, not happening. But this is you can only get this in the Japanese, which they're not out of print. They try to scare everyone. It is widely available and will be in print for the next year or two. So
and make all the dirty jokes that you want with what I just said, but.
I missed it. I totally missed it.
I just had to mute myself. I'm sorry.
I caught it after I said it. I'm like, wait a minute. That's dirty.
Oh boy. But look at that. That's $223.78 on the market low for the regular one that you can only get in the Japanese set boosters. There you go. So this
I think they're way more expensive for the full art foil ones.
I was telling you yesterday when I was looking at these, they're lagging behind on the prices a lot. So it's not accurate at all. Like I was looking at it.
Oh, well, this is the regular, but you do have to go in on this one to see the foil price, and the foil price $600. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be paying that. I'll just buy a regular revised copy, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could get an old school copy of the old school art for way less. But it looks cool. Dang it.
I don't think there's been a lot of draft boxes opened yet, have there?
No. I haven't even picked mine up till this weekend.
So I think when the Japanese draft boxes, which I know were sold heavily, you're going to see a lot of those hit the market because you can find them. The foil etched you can't, but the full art foils you can.
Well, they said there's about 50%, and we were trying to keep track. Was pretty close to 50%, right? Life totals on your Japanese one. For Japanese cards,
something like that. Yeah, they went down about like 50%.
I think what you're saying is the chance, the art version.
Oh yeah,
the global or the Japanese alt.
Yeah. It's 50%. But for my box, I actually pulled a lot more. I pulled around 75%.
Ooh,
so
that's right.
It changes, but the average is 50%.
And then did they say what it? Sorry, I was just gonna ask. Did you guys know what the breakdown is for the draft?
There is none in the draft.
Well, the Japanese draft, yes. So they are in the Japanese draft.
But like 25%?
They seem. I saw. Well, I only saw a set booster opening, but they are in the Japanese draft. I don't know how often you're going to get the full art ones, but
yeah.
I'm sorry, the foil full art ones, but you will get the full art alternate versions of those Mythic archives in the draft boxes. However, like I said, I don't think people realize. I think they're going to be far more common than people really truly expect. The ones that are going to be rare are the foil etched ones that are only in the collector boxes.
Yeah.
So I was watching a video today from the professor, and I'm starting to wonder, especially for you people who like sealed product over there. I can't personally do it because I would just crack it because I want to try to get value immediately. But
hold on, what is Dark Elbow coughing about? Was it your joke?
It was probably my joke.
Oh, yeah. Okay, got it. All right, carry on. I'm sorry. I was like,
my word vomit, my dirty word vomit is probably what she was like. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
but I was noticing, because of the way that Wizards is doing things, and it was especially evident watching the professor's video, that it's shooting draft box prices like way up, like way higher than they've ever been at the start of a set release. So
yeah,
I'm wondering if it's going to be, because they're going to print lower ones of that, is draft boosters are going to be the one that you want to hold for long periods of time, not set boosters now. Instead of probably the other way around.
Moxman?
Well, in my case, I always buy draft. I just grew up playing with it, right? So I prefer to buy draft in general, and I don't like the idea you get less packs for more money. It just bothers me personally. I mean, their shipping is lighter, their packaging costs less. Like, they shouldn't be charging what they do just for a couple extra rares that you might get something good. The list doesn't appeal to me enough, so I've always stuck with draft myself. Always. I do have a couple of collector boxes, but only because they were super cheap when I bought them, and I'm willing to take the risk on the investment. That's it. Always draft. And I buy at least a case of each every time.
But do you think they're going to be worth more in the future now, is basically what I'm asking, because of the way that Wizards is doing things?
I think they're trying to phase out draft boxes except for draft events. So I think they're trying to definitely manipulate things a certain way to get more profit for less money. So will they be worth more? It all depends on the set. Certain sets like Call Time and that are going to be underprinted. So those boxes I can actually see being worth more, but not in every case. Well, I'm sticking with it. I'm just going to keep buying draft. Because I believe there will be some value there.
Yeah, if I had the money and would have known, you got Eldraine that should hold value and has gone up, even though the EV is not that impressive. I mean, you got the Great Henge and Questing Beast,
Oko.
but I can't really.
Oh,
and
Then you got Oko though. They'll find a way to
Yeah.
unban him sooner or later.
I
Yeah.
have it in my new commander deck, which I'm so excited about.
Oh boy, that was funny because you were telling me you had Oro and Oko coming in, and I made a joke.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, oh, you know what sucked is that when you got it, you ended up with 2/3/3 elks instead.
No. Everything else has to be elks.
Yeah, no, I get you. Okay, we got you, Dark. Anyways, yeah, but yeah, on those boxes, I was gonna say the very first, of course, Eldraine. That one should probably it's gone up. I haven't been keeping track on the market, but I know it's easily over 300 now, right?
Oh, you're talking about the collector?
Collectors, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the first collectors that have almost hit 500, it's gone back down now, but it would be Commander Legends. That shot up quick.
It only went back down because they released a whole bunch of them at sub $200 on Amazon, like just a few weeks back. And they were skyrocketing, and that sort of throttled it. So I think there's going to be some adjusting of the market, trying to work that little wrinkle out. But yeah, ultimately those boxes are going to go crazy. Honestly, you guys were talking about holding boxes. I think holding Commander Legends is going to be gold. I think that, I could go on and on about
Pringles.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about the draft boxes, and it's because of what they can do. It's the only draftable Commander set ever, with none on the horizon. So when people start getting back into playing face to face, I have a feeling there's going to be a huge demand for drafting Commander Legends, and I don't think there's a huge print run on those.
No.
Thrasios, Shakashima, Jeweled Lotus.
You can go on and on. There's a bajillion cards in there.
As far as I know, Commander Legends is not scheduled for a third or fourth print run.
Okay.
It's not on my list.
Well, that one, but of course, the collectors from MH2 is definitely going to go past 500. I think it will.
I think they're going to release it.
It already
past
costs
500.
500 now.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
that's not fair because they're releasing it that cost.
You could still pre-release. You can still find some stores that are still being generous at going under 400. But yeah, it's going to be at release date. I'm assuming it's going to be past $500. It's going to be crazy. All right.
Canadian, I'm paying $449.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
For now.
Oh.
No, that's my price. They know.
Yeah, I'm trying to secure one before it hits past $400 pre-release price. If I'll be able to do it. We got Time Warp. That one's the second one to Demonic Tutor, actually.
I like the Time Warp art. It's nice.
Yeah, the art's pretty cool. Let's see what the foil's at.
I got to be honest. I'm much more in favor of the OG Time Warp, though. I just still love that art.
I love the wave. And it just looks sweet.
Well, if you land one foil right now, you get it for about $252 on the foil.
Sorry, guys. My time is up. I apologize, guys. I got to get going. Everyone, it was awesome talking with you guys, all right? You hook me up anytime. And make sure you email me. I'll take care of that for you, eh?
Yeah, I got you, man. Thank you very much.
All right, cool, guys. Have a great one tonight.
Have a good one, Max. Thanks for joining us.
Great seeing you guys again.
All right. Awesome. Always stoked when he comes through, man. Mox is awesome. All right. We're probably going to wrap this up here soon. Probably about another 20 minutes or so. I just want to go through a couple more of these guys, and then we could talk a little bit about the Planeswalkers things that we were talking about before, because it seems super fun. All right. So the next one down is Tainted Pack, of course. And that one is it says top 3 right there. I think there's one more to look out for.
See, I don't agree with this list because of what Tainted Pact is in Commander. And it should be way higher. It should be way higher than it is. And it makes zero sense to me.
Yeah.
Things will adjust. I think we talked about this. I don't remember. Was that on air when we talked about it?
Yeah.
They will find their price point. They will over time. Things will work out the way that they should based on what the card does and how it performs. rather than just
Right.
what's hot at the beginning
And-
of a release.
That's what we wanted to talk about anyways, with like how I was telling him earlier that like these the prices that are currently with these make no sense.
Yeah, no,
Like, you're
it's finding
looking-
it's finding its market.
You're looking at
Uh,
Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual
Yeah.
is like on average usually about like $1 to $3 card depending.
Mhm.
And
yeah,
it's like 25, 30 almost. It makes no
Yeah.
sense.
oh, for the Japanese one, or
Yeah, it makes no sense.
yeah. Well, here's the other big one, and I'm surprised they got bumped way down. Looking at about 93 on the foil, 85. Well, no, that's 57 on the regular. That's crazy.
I will
Well-
say that art is dope. I love that.
Well, the
Teferi
art
art.
is
It looks-
dope as hell. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I think that the secret lair kind of cut into that quite a bit. I think that
Yeah.
it sort of for what it is and how many are needed. I mean, it really is kind of a commander card,
Mhm.
and a lot of people that needed it for their commanders decks probably bought the $30 version out of the secret lair.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Demonic Tutor, here we go, of the regular. The etched is a little bit rarer to get, so that's why this one's more. The foil looks way better, by the way, but that it is hard to get an etched foil Demonic Tutor. I mean, it's hard enough to get a Demonic Tutor, period, but I'm just saying. Yeah, look at that. That's 65 on the average, and then 40 for the regular.
Yeah, like I said, that's gonna change. Variants of stuff like that. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's demonic tutor, but the question with demonic tutor is a lot of people are so in love with the iconic OG art on that one.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love just having the demon on the front of it with the book, and just it looks sweet.
Mhm.
So I think that this is probably going to try to find some sort of happy medium between that and. I mean, would you rather have this or would you rather have an unlimited one? I mean, personally, I'll go with the unlimited.
I have it. I have unlimited in my deck, so
So at the same price point, I think that that's what it's competing with. To be honest.
Yeah.
Well, I want to get one, period, because I was not back playing heavily back then. So I'm hoping to get at least one. I might be able to trade with Rhett, so I can at least have one. Natural Order, okay. And then we're getting into the other ones. It's nice because at least we're getting to page 2 and 3, and some of these are still worth over $20, so that's sweet. So as far as buying Strixhaven, what would you guys say? There's a lot of fun cards for sure, but if you're going for value, I think it's collectors or bust.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd kind of say that right now, when you can snag some of the commander decks, actually, and I don't want to. Let's just say if you can get the commander decks at a reasonable price, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I think some of those are going to age very well.
Lorehold
I mean-
and Quandrix in particular,
Right, especially if you can get those like at the sub $40 price range.
because
I think that's a good deal for those two specifically. I don't know why the Silver Quill one is bumped up. I don't see anything in there that I'm like crazy in love with, but except for what is it, Ink Shield?
yeah,
But I
Lore-
mean, I don't know.
The
Lorehold is selling out everywhere
Mhm.
Yeah,
because I had to trade a friend to get it. Like a lot of he traded me what he paid for it, thankfully, because it was already up to like some people trying to sell it for like $70 because it was sold out everywhere.
Yeah.
Because I went and bought Quandrix first because I needed it for my new commander deck before anything as a shell. So I bought the shell so I could get all the cards in it because I wanted E6 and everything else. And then I tried to buy Lorehold after and couldn't find it.
I think you're going to see $60 or $70 as a price point being a very normal and actually good price point at some point in the not too distant future.
Well, the like Comics Lounge, they're already at 50, but they're also not a WPN, so they don't get the same deals as WPN store gets. But they're about 50 retail.
Yeah, I think I spent 55 on the Lorehold one alone.
I mean, for me, I'm thinking, if I do get money up, once I secure a MH2, I might try to get another collector's, because there's only a couple commander cards that I'm missing. I managed to trade Ramsey Chef, as I call it, and the main commander for Witherbloom. But it's my understanding that deck's not that awesome, right?
Yeah, it's not really great.
Really.
I just want the chef because he's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Sometimes we just
Yeah.
want cards because they're cool.
exactly. And there you go. Tainted Pack on the low end. For the etched, mine I think is way cheaper because I think I just got a regular. But that Dark Ritual Japanese does look pretty cool. I'll give it that.
It does look sweet,
Yeah.
but it makes no sense compared to the price of Dark Ritual. Because I said someone send me, Lucy sent me a Dark Ritual, like a very, very old Dark Ritual, because she found
nice.
like a bunch of them in a box, and they're
Yeah.
only like 90 cents. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one that Ken Mayer Jr. did, I want to get signed.
unless you
I
have
need
unless
one.
you have Alpha or Beta, they're not expensive.
Okay. That's another Tainted Pack. And then we got Swords to Plowshares. Japanese one is cool. Now we're getting into the just under 20 cards. But I just need this as a visual aid, guys. Just to kind of get an idea of where we're at with the market now. It does, like you guys said, it doesn't make sense. But you can secure a ton of decent kill spells for your colors hella cheap right now. So definitely might look into picking those up soon so that you guys are ready for anything in Commander. And what are you doing?
Underrated card, by the way. That's not on the list that we were looking. Pick
Oh,
up
yeah?
Fractures. Fractures.
Oh,
super
yeah.
good card.
Fractures.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, okay. Josh is gone. Okay. Yeah. Fracture is a decent card. It's not one that I would use, of course, because of my stipulations, but it is decent.
For being in white black and being able to kill an artifact or kill a planeswalker or go ahead and kill an enchantment, two mana for that is amazing.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's get into some fun stuff. It looks like Life Totals and Gaming Bob actually did some homework. So what it was, guys, that we did is we were talking about. We'll probably go in more exploring next week on this, and just kind of have a fun little vote session. That'd be dope. But basically, each one of us had picked a planeswalker, and what actor or actress would we like to see play said planeswalker? So, who wants to go first, Life or Gaming Bob? Hey, Red.
Have Bob go because I'm trying to pull it up.
Oh, okay. So here we go. I'm going to make you full screen here. So he chose Garruk or Garruk. I don't know. Garruk, right?
I really don't know what the pronunciation is. I did my homework and really read up on his story, which actually made me change who I selected based off of not just his looks, but the actual backstory as well, and which actor I thought would play it best. Originally, my first instinct, just looking at him, I went with The Rock. I was just wow, he just feels like Garruk. And the problem I had, first off, he's bald, and I'm like, there's no like imagery of him, being bald. But I think just like the physical prowess and the pure like sort of rage kind of actor, I think that The Rock would be great for that. But Garruk's actually a little more in depth than that, and so where I actually ended up at was Joe Manganiello. I don't know if any of you ever watched like True Blood. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's actually, he's also coming out with
one second. No, carry on.
Oh, okay. He's also got another role coming up on HBO. I can't remember what like Dark Blade or something. But he's a big guy, ripped, and I think he's a little more brooding and would have a little more depth of character, honestly, than The Rock. So that's where I landed, was on Joe Manganiello for Garruk.
I absolutely love him as an actor. Him playing Deathstroke and stuff like he wanted
that's
to.
It, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And him playing Alcide, he just has that physical presence. I want to add one to what you said before. I have another one. I think Jason Momoa would do a good job too.
Yeah. I considered him, and I considered what's his name from Guardian of the Galaxy, Batista.
Yeah.
Is it Dave Batista? Is that his name?
Yeah.
But I haven't ever seen him do a whole lot of talking, and I kind of actually think Garruk would be, a little more talkative than just a beast of a man.
I hear you. Yeah.
In the lore, actually, Garruk didn't know how to speak like their version of common.
Oh.
Because
Okay.
he actually lived in the forest with all the animals until they invaded. So he didn't start learning how to do it until he started hunting humans. So that's
Wow.
so there might not be actually a whole lot of talking required with Garruk.
Well, I thought he ran into the forest, like he was raised on a farm by his father until he was sort of chased into the forest, and his father kept communicating with him. I'm not sure how, I guess sort of telepathically or through some supernatural means. And it was sort of his vengeance for them killing his dad that sort of drew him out.
Right. It was that, and to protect the forest because they kept trying to go ahead and kill his animals and stuff like that. So he kept trying to like stop them, and just the whole thing.
All right.
So,
And,
anyways, I just thought that those were great for. I mean, all those
those
are really good
choices.
selections.
Yeah, I think they're great.
All right. So life totals. You tackled Nissa, you lucky dog.
I actually only have one choice for Nissa, and it's pretty good. We'll go on screen share now.
Okay. Let me get rid of mine here. All right. And stop sharing. Go ahead.
I want Evangeline Lilly from The Hobbit.
Ah. Okay. Let's see a picture of her. We see Nissa there. I mean, they don't have to try hard with the ears, He's pulling that up.
Yeah. But this is her. But I think just slap on like the green like veins on her face and you're good.
Yeah.
Have her with her actual natural brown hair because that's not her natural hair color for The Hobbit. It was just for her character. She has natural brown hair, and I think that she'd be great.
Are you pulling up a picture? Or?
I already did.
I'm on it. Right. Screen share. Oh, okay.
Bop. But she did great in The Hobbit, even though those movies are like underrated, but definitely not as good as Lord of the Rings, but
that's hard to do.
Yeah, that's hard to do.
I was about to say, name another fantasy movie that's as good as Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could not.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, what was the actress name? Maybe I could pull it up.
Evangeline Lilly. Oh, wait a minute. You guys didn't see it. I thought I clicked screen share. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I was like, he's already put it up. I'm like, okay.
Oh.
Well, I mean, sort of.
Yeah. Sort of, yeah. I
way.
mean, we're envisioning, but yeah. No, Rhett, we're working on it. There we go.
There we go. It's Evangeline Lilly.
I can see it.
She has natural brown hair in real life.
Okay. She's already got a bow and arrow, so she doesn't have anything really. There you go. I can see it.
Yeah.
I can't imagine anyone else for Nissa at the moment. So I think we have a good clear-cut winner. If you guys have any suggestions down the road, make sure you guys comment this afterwards who you think should play Nissa. I'm going to go ahead and jump into Lily. And I'm going to unshare this here. Oh, where'd it go? Okay.
We had so many picks for Lily. There was like so many.
Oh, like, yeah. Beyond. Okay. Can you unshare that? I don't know if it'll let me.
Stop sharing.
Okay. Hello. That was weird. Okay, you took yours down. Now it should work. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, so we got Lily. I think the big winner that we pretty much came up with was Angelina Jolie, for sure. Would be a good one. Wouldn't take too much work, to be perfectly honest, because she already was a I can't even say it. Maleficent.
I just think
That's
she might be
pretty
too old for that role, though. That's my
Yeah.
only problem. Because I think the actress that played Yennefer, or I don't know if any of you guys are into like BBC shows, but if you guys have seen Merlin,
Yep.
the actress that played Morgana,
yeah.
Hey, spell that?
Actually-
I think.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, continue.
I was asking on Yennefer.
I could see Emily Blunt pulling it off. Maybe a little bit
Emily
younger.
Mhm.
Yep.
Well, she's also easier to spell, so I can pull that up. Yeah, I could see it. Definitely not Jennifer Lawrence. Scarlett Johansson, maybe.
I see Scarlett Johansson as Chandra.
Yeah,
Like,
Scarlett
blonde her up and
Johansson
make
it-
is Chandra.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Emma
'Cause-
Stone, and Blunt maybe for Chandra as well.
I could see Charlize Theron doing it, but again, you run into the kind of a little bit old for the role.
Because no matter what, they have to fit the roles of their counterparts. Because Lily would have to be the same, near the same age as Jace.
Right.
Mhm.
So
Well, face wise, Jolie for sure. Maybe you can't really go with a baby face really for her. This picture's horrible for Angelina Jolie, whatever that one is. But I mean, maybe Emma Watson. No, I don't. I'm not feeling it.
No.
These are all.
No.
I
I think
say
Emma
Emily Blunt, because if you like envision her with the black hair and put the crown on her,
Yeah.
it's pretty damn close.
That you got a point there. Yeah, the one I wanted to play is Christina Ricci, but she doesn't have the same like facial features really.
No.
So yeah,
I don't know if she could pull off the attitude for her either.
I think Emily Blunt's just an awesome actress, so I think she
Yeah,
can pull
she is.
off
She's
just about anything.
She can do whatever she wants.
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys have any ideas out here in the chat, or if you guys are watching this later, feel free to drop some ideas. I don't know if we're gonna do something for it. I don't know. I might do a giveaway just for funsies on who you think should play your favorite Planeswalker, whether it be Jace or any of those guys, or Chandra. We haven't tackled Chandra yet, but I think we already have some clear-cut winners there. That's for sure.
Voiceover wise, can we say that we need to get Benedict Cumberbatch to play Nicol Bolas?
Yeah, I could see that.
If I could throw one out there, get Liam
Sure.
Neeson to play a Johnny.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
He's already played Aslan in Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Yeah.
If not him, Earl Jones to play a Johnny
Yeah,
as the
yeah,
voice of Johnny
definitely.
for that Mufasa voice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, and Darth Vader as well.
And Darth Vader. Yes.
Yeah,
But I was
think,
specifically thinking Cat.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
What is this? Sorry, what?
Just for a Johnny.
For a Johnny. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Okay, I could see it. What about what am I thinking of? Oh, who should face?
Pardon me?
Who should play Jace? That is a tough decision.
Oof.
And
Yeah.
because you need someone because of the way Jace's hair is, you need someone kind of edgy to play Jace.
But they also need to be smart.
Yeah. Very witty with their conversation.
Yeah.
Terry Crews for the win.
No, Terry Crews as they're not gonna have him in here, but what is his name? Koth. Terry Crews is Koth.
Who'd you get to
Okay.
play? Who'd you get to play Teferi?
Oh, Teferi? For sure, probably.
Oh, what's his name? The one that did the Dark Tower.
Oh,
Oh, come on now, guys, help me out. Oh, I can't have stumped you on
I
that.
don't know. I don't know.
The Dark Tower was Idris Elba.
Yeah, Idris Elba.
Yes, that's probably who I would choose.
For circling back to Jace, what about John Cho?
But I think Anthony
Cho.
Mackie from Captain America would also be good too. I doubt they could pull him though because of Disney's licensing. But
Yeah. I would also think for Teferi, the guy that just played Tenet. I don't know his name. I'm like the wrong person for this. It's funny, and I'm the one that came up with this idea. Like horrible at names.
Tenant
But
was
he
John David Washington.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that for sure. I mean, definitely not. I don't know. Denzel? No.
No, not really.
No. Yeah. I could see it though.
Jace, boy, that's still a tough one. I'm kind of stumped.
Yeah.
it needs someone that's like can be edgy and smart and look good with their hood up, and glowing eyes would also be a plus.
I mean, as far as like attitude goes, the guy that played in Turn, I always forget his doggone name. Jamie Bell, is that his name?
Jamie Bell.
That's his name.
I'll look. I don't know.
It was Jamie Bell.
Like, I don't know that he necessarily has the right look, but I think he definitely has the right demeanor.
Yeah.
For Jace, if you've ever watched him, he's sharp.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about Jace is like always his shaggy hair. You know what I mean? He always has that emo shag look for him that's always covered up by his hoodie. Like, and as he gets older, it's kind of more tame and stuff, I guess.
The actor for Mr. Robot.
Rami Malek?
Yeah. I mean, he's got the brooding and like he already has the hoodie up 24/7, so maybe.
Yeah, I could see it.
Because you definitely have the brooding and the intelligence and all that down. And his portrayal of Arrow, he's already been in another planes per se, so he's definitely got that going on for him.
He definitely has the wit
my
for him. If you've ever seen Arrow, he definitely has the wit for it.
For sure. So that might be a good choice, and he's already kind of playing the role already. So that's would be my guess. Yeah. Any other suggestions, guys?
He's a tough one. I mean, maybe the dude from Mr. Robot.
Leto?
Jared Leto? Oh, I could see Jared Leto doing it, but no, his name isn't Leto. It's Rami Malek.
Rhett says Robbie Amell. And then Franz. Okay, I wish I could copy and paste. It's not going to let me. Okay, let me look at Robbie. Robbie.
Oh, he was in the Babysitter movie, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, that guy. I could see it. Kind of kind of. I don't know. I haven't seen him act, so I can't really say one way or the other. But I could see that.
If you need the crazy hair, get Jake from Jake and Joel Are Magic.
There you go. All right, and then for Teferi, Rhett is saying Franz Jamal. Okay, I'll check him out. Franz.
To beat Idris Elba, this has to be good.
Yeah.
Idris Elba is freaking awesome.
I could also see the dude that does the Allstate commercials doing them.
Oh, right. Yeah. Definitely.
You know what?
I can see that.
You know what?
Yeah.
Just get Samuel L. Jackson to do it and call it good.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
I don't know. Kind of the wrong, I think, almost attitude for it.
Well, he's played other roles. It's not.
Teferi doesn't have that. Teferi doesn't have that much talking points. Like,
Hey,
how do you know Teferi ain't super edgy like that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they literally have him on the art, like tossing his child up in the air, and there's a whole storyline. And
maybe he wasn't tossing. Maybe he was just trying to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Throwing it away. Get this thing away from me.
I'm gonna say on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see him play a young Teferi, but I know we're kind of. Yeah, I don't know. maybe young Teferi, but not current. Like current Teferi, I would go with an older actor for sure.
Mm-hmm.
He's dead, dude. Okay, so yeah, the guy that plays Black Panther is dead.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah.
unfortunately, yeah, he would be a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that.
What about Gerard?
Gerard Butler?
No. The Planeswalker.
Oh. I was like Gerard Butler. I'm like,
Actually, if I had to go the other way around and pick like a Planeswalker for Gerard Butler, I'd probably go with like Luca.
Luca? Okay, yeah.
I could see him doing that with putting a little gray in his hair for Luca and stuff.
Yeah, I could see it. That wasn't safe for Jace. It would have been oh god, what was it? It was hilarious, like totally wrong. But he's in Wedding Crashers.
Are you talking about Vince Vaughn?
Not Vince. No. Guy with the nose.
Oh, I hate him. Please no.
Owen Wilson.
Was it
Owen Wilson?
Owen Nelson? Yeah.
Owen Wilson?
Whoa.
Maybe his brother. Maybe Luke Wilson.
Yeah. I can just see it now. It'd be like, I don't know if that's good. Well, I don't know. I can't do it.
Wow, guys.
Wow.
Talking about-
Bad for us.
Wow.
You talking about Luke Wilson?
No, Luke Wilson.
Stoner Jace.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I got
Now we're fighting dragons. Wow.
Ben Affleck, maybe.
Ben Affleck.
I could see Ben Affleck doing Jace.
Andy Serkis as Squee.
Yes.
Perfect.
That's just
Either
some
him
split.
or what's his name? The one that has the annoying voice that played the parrot in Aladdin.
Godfrey. That would be amazing.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah,
Wow.
just be real. I love Gilbert Gottfried.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then that's right for Jaya. I don't know if that's what he meant, but for Meryl Streep for Jaya.
Yeah, we said Meryl Streep for Jaya because Meryl Streep is just the all-time pick.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Everybody
for sure.
guard your loins, which is still like her best movie. I love Devil Wears Prada. That's some good shit.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
I can't think of any of the other ones. Dak definitely would. I think Owen Nelson.
No one cares about Dak Faden.
Who would play Tybalt?
Loki. Hands down, Loki.
Yeah.
This the guy that plays
Tom
Loki. I
Hiddleston.
mean, come on.
Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You just put some red face paint on him, give him the haircut, give him some horns, call it good.
He would
What about
fit in.
Joyra?
Ooh.
Jorah's not a planeswalker.
Is she?
She's not.
Oh no,
No.
she's just a legendary. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you have Sahili.
Sahili Ray. I think.
I like the chick from the new Shadow and Bones. I think
Yeah.
I'd like to see her. I don't know what her name is, but I think
I was
she's
going to say that
Does Shadow and Bones get better? Like, I'm only on episode 2, mind you. Like, does it get better?
I haven't. I
I
have
like
not
it.
seen it yet. I couldn't tell you on that. I have not seen it. Okay. For what was I going to say? What's the deal?
I don't know. Basri Ket.
Oh, Basri.
Ooh.
Okay. No, Basri and Lee both.
How are we
the
skipping
two
over?
actors.
How are we
What?
skipping over Gideon? By the way, like we've skipped Gideon, like completely. Like no Gideon. Like,
Terry
no
Crews.
talk of-
Solved.
Terry Crews. Next question.
Yes, next question.
Actually, I want Idris Elba to play him too. By the way, Basri Ket. I just want him to. I'm sorry, I like him a lot.
Yeah, I know. I just want to get him somewhere in there.
Idris Elba is the entire male cast. So
It'd be Terry
Why just the male? Why can't he just be everybody?
There you go.
Exactly. You know, Lily as Terry Crews. No, there was a cartoon a while back, and they were talking about, how they have diversity and all that. I'm not getting political, guys, but basically how they for like a white role they cast like someone that's Mexican or black or another race, right? They made the funny on He-Man, and they gave Terry Crews a wig. And I'm sorry, anyone playing He-Man has to have that beautiful blonde, wig. But Terry Crews with the wig, I'm like, dude, I don't care if it sucks. That would just be amazing. Because he's already got the build, and he's just like, I'm He-Man. I'll be like, cool, dude.
Back in the day,
I'm not going to fight it.
Speculation that The Rock was going to play Lion-O back in the day. That was a huge speculation for the Thundercats live-action movie that they were going to do, that they were looking at casting, and it never happened. But I got one for Gideon. Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
For who?
Actually, no. Yeah. Henry Cavill is Soren.
Chris Hemsworth.
Oh yeah, Soren would be better actually. Yeah, he'd be better than Soren.
That'd be good. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to argue with you, but I just as soon as I think of Henry Cavill, I kind of think of Soren now.
Soren's fine. We needed Soren anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's
down.
Better. That works. Yeah, because The Witcher, it's not much of a role change for him at all.
I also said that I wanted Kate Beckinsale as Nahiri.
Oh, okay. So for I want to say Swahili.
I was thinking Kate Beckinsale. Actually, thanks for reminding me. I was thinking for Lily. Kate Beckinsale could pull it off, I think.
She does look pretty good with long hair, honestly. She could pull it off.
Yeah.
I love Kate Beckinsale as an actress. She's amazing. I love the Underworld series.
Oh, yeah. For what I was going to say, though, is I think it was like the 3rd or 4th season of the show that died in season 8. I'm sorry. Game of Thrones.
That's a lot of them?
Yeah, I know, right? Game of Thrones for Swahili, or I can't say her name right now.
Swahili, right?
Swahili.
Yeah, Swahili. Yeah, Swahili and Basri would be I don't know if they were brother or sister as well, but from the other kingdom across the waters, per se, where they sent her daughter or whatnot. And Homie fought the Mountain and unfortunately lost. But you know what I'm talking about.
Unfortunately, he's locked into contract with Disney for Mandalorian.
Yeah, and I love him. Pablo Pascal, is that his name?
Pedro
Pascal.
I could see him.
He does have open agency, so he might be able to do it. But I don't know if he would have open agency enough to get into Netflix.
I see.
Yeah.
And then his sister or his wife or whatever she was in that role, I think she'd be awesome as Celie.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't know her name, but she would be a good fit for that, I think. I don't know. Do we have anyone else that we want to bring up real quick?
For Gideon, I would have said Hugh Jackman. I could see Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's retired, and he won't come out of retirement because he is still fighting his cancer.
Oh, that's a bummer. Okay. Okay. I think those are a great list. I don't know if anyone's paying attention and jotting it down, but definitely Terry Crews for Chandra. I think hands down.
Yeah.
I could see him in the tight red outfit.
Right? Doing his give him a little girth and he does his chest dance. That'd be hilarious as he's throwing fire out. Oh my god!
now, for whatever reason, I'm picturing Terry Crews on Faithless Looting. Thanks.
Yeah. Yes. Can anyone Photoshop him? That would be amazing.
I'll get right on that.
Also doing his pec ups while he's firing fire straight out of his chest.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
His pecs are just creating such friction that he's vibrating molecules in the air. Just
yeah.
Or a really bad choice is the other guy that's also muscle bound and amazing. He's of course in Friday. He just got out the pin for Teferi with the cross-eyes.
Oh, the guy that played Zod or whatever.
Not Zod. No. We're talking Teferi, right? He was in Friday. Remember, he just got out the pin, and he was also the president in Fifth Element.
You got knocked the F out, right?
Yeah.
Not him. No.
Oh, okay.
No. The actual president. Remember, he's big old guy. Is it? Yeah, he He could do the
no.
cross-eyed thing.
Tommy Lister Jr.
I think so. Yeah. Baby boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have them all cross-eyed doing like time spiral thing. I think it'd be hilarious. Well, guys, it's been super fun. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I gotta go film a box, so I gotta go crack a collector's over at Comics Lounge. So I'm gonna get on that. Thank you guys for joining me today. It's been super fun, as usual, and hopefully we'll see most of you guys back here on next Thursday. And if you guys have any ideas, to email me, or most of you I got in Messenger. But if you guys out there that are actually watching the show, if you guys have any ideas or want to have anything discussed on MTG Roundtable, please feel free to hit me up, because usually if John's on here, I wrote out like 10 different topics and we're done in 20 minutes. So I'm like, bruh, love him to death. Don't get me wrong, but if you guys come up with any ideas, let me know. I would love to discuss them here. So thank you again, Life Totals. You're awesome, MTG Gaming Bob. You're doing great, man, and thank you for joining me once again. And Sloth the MTG for the first time. Welcome, and glad that you were able to join us. And and of course, mad love to all my subscribers. And yes, we did hit 400. I am slacking. We're going to be doing a couple of giveaways to fill out that live show. I will probably do it next weekend or before next weekend. The big 400 subscriber giveaway. We got a fat pack on the line, and you guys get to pick it. It's either going to be Strixhaven, or if you guys want, I can get the Zendikar Rising pretty cheap right now. So Zendikar Rising with the collector's pack. So we're talking the gift pack. I can get that about the same price right now. So you got choose to go that way, or choose the Strixhaven. So we are there, guys. It's freaking awesome. Thank you, guys. You rock.
Yep, congrats. Thanks for having me.
You guys all have a great evening, and I will see you next Thursday. And we should have some videos pop up soon. Might see me and Life Totals do some life shenanigans this weekend, but I'm not sure yet. So we're gonna figure it out. But you guys rock. Thank you. Bye.